Hey, I'm Ray Evernham, a former NASCAR crew chief. Welcome to my garage. You might not believe it, but I still have a toolbox and I use it. Lots of cool cars in here. Let me show you some. The first car that we're going to show you is this 67 Corvette. It's a big block car, 427, 390 horsepower. I mean, it's only got one carburetor on it, but pretty cool car. We bought this from Rick Hendrick. This is actually my wife's car. My wife Erin drove this in the Brad Paisley video, Old Alabama, and Rick Hendrick said, well, since your wife drove my car in the video, she needs to own it. So we ended up buying it. This car's been top flighted. It's a really cool car, classic, don't drive it much. Then you got these two cars. These are a cool project that I did with 600 Racing, Marcus and Bruton Smith. They wanted a dirt car designed out of Legends car parts, fun cars to drive. So we're sending these two up to my buddy Greg Biffle's ranch. He's got a little dirt track up there, so we'll play with these and have some more fun. This is really a replica 1963 Chevrolet Grand Sport body. This is a car that I'm designing to build a project with Rick Hendrick. This is going to be kind of a fun sports car, race car, kind of like the Ghost. We expect this car to actually be faster than the Ghost. It's going to have more horsepower and hopefully more downforce. This was my 36 Chevy, just a driver, and I went up to a car show that Ryan Newman, my buddy, put on, and I blew up the motor coming home. So fun car to drive, basically a stock 36 Chevy, but fun to drive. And then we move over to cars that we're really having fun with. This is the Trans Am Corvette. Going to run it in the HSR. I bought it, I think, largely because of the number 24 on it, but really looking forward to driving this car. I've gotten into the vintage road racing, and we're really having a lot of fun with it. We've run places like Sebring and Daytona, and that's actually the nose from my 65 Corvette. What's really cool, you can see this car has headlights because we've actually run it at night. It ran a 24-hour vintage race at Daytona, so it's ready to go back there. Between these two cars, it'll be my golf game, because everybody knows my golf game's not really well. As we get to the back, that's basically my NASCAR career and maybe a little bit before up on the wall. And you can see some of the hoods from championship car from 1995 with Jeff Gordon. In 1996, I was actually on the Budweiser crew and the DuPont crew. A lot of my history up on those hoods. You know, one of the things I've learned by working with some of the people that I've worked with, you know, whether it was at IROC or through the Penske organization and through Rick Hendrick's places, there's a workflow to the whole shop. Where we put cars together is over on that side. The metal rack is really near the saws and the equipment, tubing and whatnot, near the frame plate that we'll use and the welding bench. On the back here around the sheet metal equipment where the guys spend a lot of time walking back and forth, we've got our calendar up there. It's really important to be planning so the guys know what the goals are, when the stuff's got to be in, when the stuff's got to be out. One of the first things that I spent my money on, we started to make money, was some Rotex punches. These things have gotten used. Sometimes I come in here and just punch holes in sheet metal just so I can say I've used them. Trying to notch tubing, love to build race cars, roll cages, things like that. You used to have to either do it with a hole saw, cut it, grind it. Back in the old days, trying to do that stuff by hand, it would take hours and hours and hours to get something to fit right so you could make a nice weld. With this, we can do it in minutes. Something that you may not see in a regular garage, but you see often in a race car garage is what we call a surface plate. And this is a surface plate frame jig. You know, it's 1.25 inch, 1.5 thick steel Blanchard ground on the top. It's got the center lines cut in it. And this actually came from my cup shop when I had the 9 and 19 cup cars. So a lot of great cars were built off this fixture. Some for Bill Elliott, some for Casey Kane. Today we still use it for any framework that we do. I really like, I'm a suspension and a frame guy. So if we're working in here, this is the plate that I work on. Coming over here, probably one of the most interesting restorations that we have. This car is the actual car that Buddy Baker drove to the 200-mile-per-hour mark. Buddy did that in March of 1970 at Talladega Speedway. This car was missing for years, was found by my partner, Greg Kwiatkowski. Greg's been researching it. 26 years gathering the parts and the pieces. Most of this car is original, including pieces of the engine, the front fenders, the hood, all those things. It's about ready to go to the body shop. We're hoping to have it ready for the 50th anniversary of Buddy doing that. But again, this is what we call DC93. It was the prototype Chrysler Dodge Daytona for all of the NASCAR Dodge Daytona race cars. And with Buddy Baker going into the NASCAR Hall of Fame this year, really cool to have that car. And the Dodge Power Wagon, love these trucks. These things have gotten so incredibly popular. This is a 1952, bought this several years ago. My dad had a green one with black fenders. And my dad used to come here and tinker with this truck. So a lot of good memories of him putting parts and pieces on it. But one of the coolest things I own, really, there's just something about these trucks that people love. This is a 1948 Jeepster. I've got a little place in Amelia Island, Florida, and this is going to be my island hopper. I think the whole island's only about 6 miles. So this is for me, going to be driving around in my Hawaiian shirts and shorts, flip-flops, driving this. It's got a big, about a 40 horsepower, 4-cylinder flathead in it. So that one we're going to send to Florida very shortly. This car here is pretty cool. Something we're really looking forward to restoring. This is a Lola Indy car. But what makes this car special is that this is the car that Janet Guthrie drove in her last Indy 500. This car broke right off the bat, but it was the last time that she qualified for the Indy 500. So, you know, that's the cool thing about what I like about this garage. We've got classics, we've got dirt cars, we've got special custom projects to, you know, vintage vehicles, really cool stock car restoration, but we bring the stuff back to life and put it back on track. So can't wait to see this thing going around Indianapolis Motor Speedway again. We saw a lot of cool stuff in here. There's some cool stuff in the back that I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I wanted you to see it. Take a look at this. So there's a lot of stuff back here. It's not neat and it's not organized, but I really wanted you to see it because there's cool stuff back here. When you're racing 45 years, you gather a lot of parts. I mean, engines, transmissions, manifolds, body parts. You look over here at some of the pile stuff. There's some of the noses off the original test cars from Dodge. We've got Corvette tops. We got half midgets. Look, there's another Indy car. That's a 1971 Grant King car that ran the Indy 500 twice, once with George Fulmer, once with Art Pollock. A row of northern NASCAR style modified. So a lot of cool stuff back here that's really not up in the garage, but when we need a part or a piece to restore one of those cars, we come back and hunt through the junkyard. Thanks for taking a tour of the garage. I hope you enjoyed it, but this is a working garage and it's almost time for the guys to get back to work, and I'm one of the guys, so I gotta get back to work too.